He went from rapper to slapper. Now his career's in the crapper. See that? And his diversity consultants make big bucks. The final product still sucks. So Will Smith has resigned from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences effective immediately. In his statement, Will says, "F you." No, I'm kidding. He says...
I would have respected that.
Me too. But he says his actions were shocking, painful, and inexcusable. Like when he puts his son in his movies. Ha! Shocking, painful, and inexcusable. I use the same 3 words to describe Kilmeade's last book. And it still was the best review he got. Will says he hopes by resigning the Academy can, quote, get back to the incredible work it does to support creativity and artistry in film. Well, newsflash, Magellan, that ship has sailed. The only creativity they show is coming up with new ways to produce woke garbage. Witness the growing trend of biased consultant firms hired by studios to comb over their scripts and flag anything considered problematic. And it's not just scripts, but every level of production now gets filtered through a woke lens of intersectionality. And as long as there's money to be made in bias consulting, there will never be an end to the cries of bias or racism. But it's like my Aunt Bertha used to say, rub my feet, Greg. It's the only thing that brings me joy in this world.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah. What are you going to say, Johnny?
I'm not going to ask you to rub my feet. I mean, you can, but I'll never know.
Neither of us will get anything out of it.
You can give me a nub hug.
Oh my God!
If you want to know what that is, see me after the show.
Oh, you're terrible. Hollywood's gone nuts, but isn't this kind of about money now? Isn't it like when consultants get inside a place, it's all about just getting paid?
This is a lot about running from yourself right now. Like they are in a place where these are the people who told us that masculinity was toxic, that told us that violence is never the answer. Sometimes it is. I hate, sorry, but it's true. Like these are the people that have virtue signaled us out of our own culture.
Right.
Acting like normal people for a minute. And I don't mean that to excuse Will Smith or anything, but this is what normal people do. Like I'm telling you, you're sitting at the house or you're sitting on the front porch in the neighborhood and somebody yells, something bad about your girl, you go punch them in the face. Like, it may not be right, but it's...
You understand it.
I can understand it. And so I've come full circle on this, and I've made it all the way around to the point that I'm mostly mad that people care.
Yeah, no, there's, I think I always quote Armand White on this. It is better on the Will Smith fiasco to be ambivalent. Do not take any sides. Just look that everybody's dirty. Tammy, everybody's got dirty hands in the whole thing. It's a collision between, a woke celebrity culture and hip hop credibility, just head first. He had to say it. He had to slap him. It was wrong.
They like Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
And Geraldo.
Yes.
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, I know what's going to happen with Geraldo.
But nobody really knows how the Academy started. The film industry here started pretty much with people from burlesque. From New York. And they thought they really needed to try to show the American people through the newsreels that would happen, that they're serious and that they can dress up and that they can be trusted.
Right.
And look, what is this, 100 years later, and we're back to smacking each other in the face on the stage. What for me was shocking was, I agree with you, that sometimes maybe you need to slap somebody who offends your wife, if that's what you do. Did he not remember he was at the Academy Awards, right?
Well, that's the problem, is how selfish it was.
Well, this is... and he was laughing. She got upset, apparently, and she looked at him and was clearly upset about it. And that's when he then decided to go and do that extraordinary thing. But it seemed to be such a break from reality. That is why Americans didn't get it. Because, you grow up loving films, and you want to have this be a break from reality, and suddenly it's not. On top of that, nobody knows who won the Oscars except him.
Yeah, I'm not.
There's no discussion about the movies or anything else, and there might have been some good stuff.
To be fair, I wouldn't have known it.
I never do, yeah.
And like even with that bump, abysmal ratings. And so
Second worst.
What
would have been the worst if it wasn't for
resigning
Will.
from the Academy?
That's right.
Does he have to give his trophy back, or does that just mean?
I don't know. I think he's
inconsequential.
I think he needs to go away for a year.
They're still
right,
investigating him.
It's also hilarious. Like he's such a control freak, and he's so full of self-importance that he quits the academy. He can't wait for their judgment. He's like, I don't care. I don't need you.
Yeah.
And you're like, bitch, they just invited you to a party and you cried.
It happened.
It does happen. Usually I go into the broom closet.
And not enough people are talking about what a fantastic job Chris Rock did. Just for like taking that slap and moving on with the show. Because I'm telling you, I'd still be on the ground.
Yes.
I would still be there. I got whiplash. I'm hurt. I'm going to sue. I'd be talking to lawyers.
Kat, you know what I noticed that was interesting? Do you find it weird that there were so many movies up for the Oscars? It's almost like Hollywood really didn't participate in the lockdown. Did you notice that? It's like, wait, what if we did an awards show?
They didn't participate in the lockdown because they filmed their movies in Georgia, and our governor didn't have a lockdown.
Ah, there you go.
March 16th, 2020, that went away for us.
That's interesting. What do you
Yeah,
think?
because the pandemic, they didn't have. If you're like a rich, famous celebrity, then it doesn't apply to you.
Right. Tell me about it.
That's why, yeah, you get it. And that's also why Will Smith had the exact same apology as every other rich, famous celebrity.
Yes.
It was exactly the same. It was as all of them. He said, "I am so sorry. There's no excuse. I accept every consequences, and I will do the work." And it was just so weird to see this apology over a physical assault be almost exactly like Chris Harrison's apology when he resigned from The Bachelor over something he said.
Right,
You're
that's
right.
so true.
You
Wow.
should print those out. You
the
can sell
same.
those.
Coming up, he's glad to be rid of Trump, no matter what you have to pay at the pump.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.